In the 1940s and 50s, SDSU played football at State Field, the present-day Sexauer Field, on the northwest side of campus. Former athletic director Harry Forsyth remembers that old facility.
Cinder track ran around the field. When the wind blew, everybody had cinders in their eyes at a football game. I mean, it was terrible. They were fine. 17 rows of seats on both sides.
So an update was required, and the original plans left no stone unturned, but the funding was hard to come by. With no help from either state government or the student body, the original concept was way too large to become reality.
We dreamt about a bowl surrounding the place, and then we knew that wasn't going to happen, so we tried to get both sides like the west side is now. And then all of a sudden we knew that that wasn't going to happen. So we ended up with what we've got today, and it's worked out well for us.
Coughlin-Alumni Stadium officially opened in 1962, and there were some growing pains with the new home.
Of course, it was new to all of us too, and first game we didn't have enough ticket takers. You know, I mean, we screwed it up really bad. There were lines out there, but we adjusted just like everybody else.
Former Sports Information Director Ron Lenz remembers that back in 1962, the press box was still unfinished.
There was nothing up there but a platform. They didn't have, it was in, the next year it was enclosed. Because, you know, there's nothing wrong with it from a standpoint of, I've always thought, particularly when we were in the North Central, that was one of the great spots in the league to do a game from. You had a great view of the field. I mean, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts.
The thing that I liked about it the best was, at that time, for as far as when you're up in the press box, it had the best view of any of the schools that we played against.
Speaking of the press box, those of us in the media are well aware of the difficulties one could sometimes experience trying to climb those daunting steps. And a couple of former players, both of whom went on to the National Football League, can also tell you about that.
Part of our summer job was numbering those seats in that old stadium, because they were all wood plank seats, two of them if I recall, and if you ever numbered seats, you don't number 1, 2, 3, 4. You go 1, 1, 1, 1 up, and then you come down, and then you go up, and then you come down. Well, there was a lot of seats, and a couple other guys and myself climbed those steps quite a few times.
The biggest change I see is I used to run those stairs. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and I could run those stairs. I could run all day. Now I got a hell of a time walking up them. I look at that old piece of concrete, and you look at the quality of people that have played on that field. It's pretty amazing.
Many things made Coughlin-Alumni Stadium unique. Originally, trees sat along the north side just beyond the end zone. Those were replaced with the first major improvement, the Dykehouse Student Athletes Center, which was finished in 2009, and a new scoreboard was added in 2005.
I'm jealous. When I first saw that big scoreboard with the video screen, I was like, man, why didn't they have that when I was here?
When Coughlin-Alumni Stadium was built and that locker room was put up, both teams dressed in that when we had home games. And that's, again, how we went from squads of 40 players to squads of 100 players. And that changed everything dramatically.
And of course, there's the field itself. Coughlin's grass surface is the only natural one among the 10 schools in the Missouri Valley Football Conference.
The crown on it, very interesting. There's not a bigger crown in the country at any level than that. And I really think that becomes a benefit to the home team because it's grass and because of the crown and balls sailing over other receivers.